Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel Style by C. Today's tutorial we'll talk on how to create this beautiful piece flare gown with some tools on the sleeve. Do subscribe to the channel, share to friends. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell and give us a thumbs up. See ya! I went ahead to fold my fabric in a flare form, okay, in a bias form actually, because this is not, I'm not folding it in a full flare because our African print is always 45 inches long, the length, okay. So that's why I folded it in a bias form because I don't want a joining to my fabric. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to indicate where my bust measurement is because I'm working with a bust of 45 inches. When I divide it, I'll be having like 11.1, 11.25 inches. And I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches seam allowance to it. So I'll be having like 13 point something inches. So, and this is where I have 13 points. So I'm going to go ahead and make a rule at that particular point. Having done that, this is what I have. So from this point now, I'm going to insert my armhole measurement. Now the armhole I'm working with is, you divide your bust measurement by 6, then add 1.5 inches to it to get your own armhole measurements. So now her armhole is 9 inches. When I divide mine plus the addition of 1.5, I have 9 inches. So I'm going to be going up by 9 inches. This is for my armhole. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my armhole. So this is where my armhole is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and insert my shoulder measurement. But my shoulder measurement is not going to start from here. It's going to start 1.5 inches before my armhole. The reason why I'm using 1.5 inches, you can go ahead and use 2 inches because this is a flare gown. Alright? That's why I'm using 1.5 inches for my shoulder swoop. So at this point now, I'll go ahead and insert my shoulder measurements. My shoulder measurement is 9 inches. And I have it here. Alright. Now the next thing to do is you're going to be marking the width of your neck width. So because of her size, I'm going to be working with 3.25 inches for my neck width. But for a normal size, you can go ahead and work with 3 inches. So this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and divide my something is kicking up wrong. From this point we got to this point, 9 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead and divide my armhole measurements by 2 to get the center point of it. Alright, having done this now, I'll go ahead and mark my bust measurement. So my actual bust measurement is 11.1 inches, which is here. Then this is my seam allowance. Okay, so at this point now, I want to create my armhole curve. So this is what I'm going to be having. So this is what my armhole curve is going to look like. Now the next thing is the neck depth for my front piece, because you're going to be having front and the back. So for my front piece, the neck depth is going to be 3.5 inches because it's likely a turtleneck or almost a turtleneck. So but for a smaller size or petite size, please work with 3 inches. But if you want your collarbone to show for a smaller size, you can go ahead and work with 3.54 inches. So this is what I have. Now from this point now, I'm going to go ahead and mark my full length. Note, I'm starting from my shoulder line. So the full length I'm working with is 39 inches. I'm going to be adding extra 1.5 inches to it, making it 40 and a half. So this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So for this neck area now, I'm not cutting it out yet because I'm going to be using it to cut out my back piece. That's why I just left it that way. So this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this to cut out my back piece. So guys, at this point now, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric, placed my front on another piece to cut out my back. Alright, if you look closely here, around this area, you see that this part is bigger. Then it keeps reducing to go to the end. Alright, that's one trick here because I don't want to have a joining to my gown. That's why I have it that way. So this is where my zip is going to be. Join it from that point. Then at this point, somewhere here, that's where my zip is going to stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Now for my back neck width, I'm going to be using 2 inches. You can decide to work with 1.5 inches for your back depth. Sorry, not neck width, back depth. So we'll go ahead and cut this out. Then the next thing will be how to cut the sleeve. So this is for our front neck depth. Then the next one will be our back depth. Alright. After doing this, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to cut a facing for it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Two I will be working with, this is a net, a little bit stiff but not really stiff, it's lightweight net. That's what I'm going to be working with for the sleeve area and the breast, because I'm going to be attaching a net design to it. So I will now go ahead and cut out, let me see, 4 inches wide or 3 inches, because it's not that bold. Alright guys, so this is my sleeve. Alright, so I'm gonna head to mark where I want my tool or net to be at the center. From the up part I marked 12 inches. Alright, so this is my tool. The width of the tool is 4 inches, and the length, because of I have 2 years, I folded it. I have 72 inches long. Okay, then should in case you are folding yours or placing yours and it is not enough, what you do is just from that point you stopped, you start placing another two or net. So now this is one of the sleeve. This is what I have. I don't know if you can see it properly. This is what it's looking like. So I'm going to be starting with this center point first. So I'm going to be placing two of it. You can decide to do it one after the other, which is totally fine. So I'm going to be doing it one, two. I'm going to be placing this. When I'm done with this, I will now work on the bottom part of my sleeve. So to work on the bottom part of the sleeve, what I'm going to do is, because this is my hemming part, fold it in this way. Place a tip of your tool on it. If you are folding it, you'll be pleating, pushing in your tool or your net so that it will be pleating. Alright, I'll drop a tutorial on, I have a tutorial already on how to cut a bell sleeve. Alright, so I'll be dropping the link on how to do that. So guys, at this point now, I've gone ahead to join my two shoulders together. The next thing I'm going to be attaching is my sleeve. Alright, shoulder to shoulder, right side to right side. So when I'm done, I'll go ahead and shape my dress. And don't forget that the bottom part of the gown, I'm also gonna head to fold it in. Alright, you can decide to weave and fold, or you can decide to bend, anyone that is okay by you. Alright, so guys, this is the final results of what we have when we are done. See you in our next video. Thank you so much.